Justin Wren, July 17th, 2010, the last time he fought. Two-time state wrestling champion, recruited by Cale Sanderson. Cast of The Ultimate Fighter here on Spike, and now back in the world against the Ohio State Buckeye, Josh Burns, who has struggled in the Bellator cage and looking for redemption after some tough losses, including a really bad performance he felt against Bobby Lashley.
You see the height difference. Justin Wren, 6'3", Josh Burns, only 5'11". This fight all about range.
Tail of the tape brought to you by Dave & Buster's, the only place to eat, drink, play, and watch sports.
Presented by Miller Lite, Bellator MMA now features heavyweight set for 3 5-minute rounds and brought to you tonight by Transporter Refueled, rated PG-13 in theaters and IMAX September 4th. And now, introducing the blue corner first at 5'11", weighing in 262.8 pounds. As a professional, he stands with 12 victories, 8 defeats, fighting out of Detroit, Michigan, introducing Josh the Hammer Burns. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the red corner at 6'3", weighing in 246 pounds even. Tonight, he makes his Bellator debut, bringing 13 professional victories, just 2 defeats. Hailing from Arlington, Texas, introducing Booty Mongol, Justin the Big Pick-Me Wren. In charge of the action, your referee, Jason Herzog.
What is going through the mind of Justin Wren after 5 years?
Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Fight!
The wait is over. The fight clock brought to you by Miller Lite, the original Pilsner Cheers. It's Miller time.
The question you ask is what Josh Burns wants to test. Test him early, see if there's any ring rust, see if his timing is there.
Where does that usually show up?
In the opening rounds, before a guy gets his legs under him, and that's where Burns, right now, having some success. Landed some good short punches.
Short left. Justin Wren wants to waste no time. He wants this on the ground. Josh Burns says this is going to be a good fight as long as I don't let it go to the ground.
So whenever you get a guy in front of you who's had a ring rust, hasn't fought in a while, that second and third round, you start warming up, it starts coming back to you. It's that first minute, first round, that's when you're shaking.
It is almost impossible to fathom the things that Justin Wren has been through. And it has fueled him in this comeback. A little bit easier to get up for training. You've been where he has been and seen what he has seen.
You can't question his heart. You can't question his tenacity, his desire. He's shown that outside of the cage. Now it's a different kind of test in front of him now. Nice knees.
When I asked him about training for the first time in 5 years, he said it was interesting to me. His defense is ahead of his offense.
That comes from maturity, that comes from experience. You're not just a kid anymore going in there looking to lay everybody out. A little bit of maturity, I'm sure he's gotten a lot of that in the time off.
That's coming from the nose of Justin Wren.
Yeah, both guys look like they're bleeding out of the nose a bit. Burns so far doing a good job keeping it off the mat, but the taller heavyweight, he's not big, he doesn't weigh more, but the taller guy leaning on Burns, taking the steam away from his arms.
Who does that favor at the separation?
I think it favors Burns because Burns was having success at boxing range early in this round. Wren wants a wrestling match, he wants a grappling match. Burns wants to work his boxing.
Justin Wren said my jiu-jitsu came back right away. You can see a small trickle now. That's from the right eye, just the corner. That's not a bad spot.
Burns right now doing the smart thing, making the grappler come to him, not giving him an easy clinch.
He knows what Justin Wren wants. He's going to make him pay for it.
Wren taller by 4 inches, but the reach advantage only an inch for Justin Wren. It's not going to be easy for him to keep Burns outside. Nice Nice right hand. Another good right.
Yes. Wobbled Burns for a second.
That's what he has the option to do, is throw for a second and then make it a grappling match again. That's what he's doing.
That looked low. Really, Jason Herzog saw it. He's still complaining about it, and he ate another knee.
Now he's got to get his head back in the game. The ref didn't see it. It didn't happen. He can't keep complaining. Even if he's right, doesn't help you at this point. That's why they say protect yourself at all times.
Do not grab the cage, Justin. Turn your hands towards him.
Justin Wren grabbing the cage. You can't put your fingers through and hang on.
Let's go, guys. Keep on working here. Dig that head in there, baby. Yes, push it. Keep on working.
What Rennie's trying to do here is take the energy out of the arms. Nice knee. Good offense. You see what he's doing? He's wearing him down, leaning on him, and then popping out. Throwing some offense of his own and going right back to it. Good strategy, fighting in spurts. Burns just looked at the clock. Never a good sign.
Wren has been more comfortable as this first round has gone on.
Good right hand.
Burns thought he had those arms tied up, and obviously he didn't.
Now we talked about it. He was a little uncomfortable at the beginning of the round. Now it's coming back to him. He's getting his rhythm. You feel his confidence growing.
You can't simulate it. You have to get inside that
just
cage.
do it. Yep.
We weren't sure we were going to see a round two in this fight. We will. Round one came to an end, Jimmy, with Justin Wren feeling much better about himself.
Yeah, found his strategy. Lean in, grapple, then make it about his striking in spurts. Josh Burns started out landing well.
Your scorecard brought to you by Transporter Refueled, rated PG-13 in theaters and IMAX September 4th.
And as I said, Burns started out strong, but I thought Wren earned the round back 10-9. Based on this, his ability to close the range when he wants to take the energy away from Burns. Burns has gone straight back to the fence. Bad strategy against a heavyweight the size of Justin Wren. Good turn by Burns.
Justin Wren was a blue chip wrestling prospect in high school. Cale Sanderson wanted him at Iowa State. Kenny Monday, the Olympic gold medalist, who's in his corner tonight, coached him in high school.
Pretty awesome high school coach.
He wasn't ready for the life that came with being a rising star in MMA. Download the free Spike app with full episodes of your favorite shows anywhere, anytime, for free. Takedown, but it doesn't last.
Committed to the throw, couldn't get it.
Come on, baby, come on.
Wren saying, come on, I'm not running.
Justin Wren prefers this on the ground, but he told us the other day he has no problem standing and bang. It's been a long time since he's done it.
Haven't seen a takedown yet. He burns 20 out of
Close.
31, more efficient. 65%. Wren throwing more, landing one more strike. Both guys looking winded in this second round. Burns breathing very heavily. Nice right. See Burns when he breathes, his body rocking up and down. Nice left hand.
Even the wins for Josh Burns have come quickly. Three of his 20 pro fights.
Oh, good right hand. Burns still standing.
He's breathing heavy, but he's not going backwards. He wanted to make up for what he felt were some really subpar performances in the Bellator cage. Those who thought he would be easy pickings for Justin Wren here thought wrong.
Burns is letting Wren attack first.
Yes, and there's a knee that wobbles him.
No longer initiating. Wren's taking advantage.
That's another
knee.
big left knee. Burns trying to keep his feet, trying to hang on. That's a long 205 left.
And this is a position that favors the taller fighter. Wren's looking to finish this right now. Those are vicious knees.
The big pygmy laying him in. He is closing in.
Well, that's how you drill knees. You never get a chance to do that in a real fight, and he did.
Look at Burns.
Is still standing. Wren needs a break after that one. I don't know what he's pointing at.
These look like two rhinos in the center that are not going to give any ground.
Did he do the point at the foot when the guy looks, I punch him? Did he really just do that?
He's getting his money's worth after 5 years away.
Who falls for that? Come on. Shoes untied. Yeah. Really? That's what it looked like to me. I'm going to ask him about that after the fight. And now fighting in the southpaw stance, changing it up a bit. Nice right hand.
Full marks here for Josh Burns. As he has eaten several knees here in round 2, and here comes some more. And that offense is starting to catch up to his defense for Justin Wren.
He's looking at the ref saying something to Jason Herzog. I don't know what he's saying.
Remember, there was a low blow in the first round that Justin Herzog did not see.
35 seconds, Justin Wren.
Gotta stay focused, though. That's twice Josh Burns has taken his eye off Wren. Hasn't been paying attention to him and complaining to the referee. That's costly.
Keep on working, guys. 18 seconds. Let's go, guys.
Jason Herzog taking a close look. He separated them in round 1. Two heavyweights still standing and banging after 10 minutes, and we're going to round 3.
Have the doctor come look at you, okay? How you doing?
Justin Wren told me his offense was behind his defense in his comeback. He got his offense going here with the knees in round 2.
Not only just in the center of the cage, but against the fence here. Man, I haven't seen a fighter take that many knees and not go down. All right, here's the moment.
Shoes untied.
Points down, he goes, what? He looks down, and he takes a second before feigning a shot and hitting him with the right hand. You don't see that too often.
How we doing, guy? Okay. Thank you.
Just keep an eye. If you get the eye, it would stop.
Final round. Final round. You good? All right, Joe.
You heard Jason Herzog bringing in the doctor. That ugliness under the left eye of Josh Burns
Final round.
is
Fighter,
the area of concern.
Fighter, you ready? Let's fight.
You're breathing heavy before the round. You've been in a battle.
Never a good sign. Wren has been fatigued as well, but what he's done that's been intelligent is he's fighting in spurts. He's fighting at his own pace.
Now look at those. That's just round 2, those 16 shots.
Burns a stellar 100%. The bad news, only one kick.
Josh Burns said he was embarrassed his last couple of fights, embarrassed for his family to watch him lose the way he lost. Nothing to be ashamed of tonight.
What he hasn't been able to do since the opening seconds of the first round is initiate, be the one to get off first. He's been waiting on Justin Wren. Wren has been able to push him back. He's been able to decide when to grapple. He hasn't been initiating his own offense. That's been Burns' problem.
So excited about the light heavyweight tournament coming to Dynamite on September 19th. Don't forget PBC and Friday Night Lights Out, the light heavyweight champion Adonis Stevenson. If you haven't seen the rising superstar Errol Spence Jr., the undefeated young fighter, the Olympian out of Dallas. Check him out, Premier Boxing Champions, Friday, September 11th at 9 here on Spike.
Let's go, guys. Just keep working.
Go, action. Come on. Throw the bump, bro.
This is just the start.
Working here, guys.
The return of Melvin Gillard to the big stage, his Bellator debut.
Stop there. Stop. Separate.
Syed Awad and Patricky Pitbull is a fight that fight fans have been drooling over. And with good reason.
It was an intriguing fight when they didn't hate each other.
Yeah.
Now they do.
Boy, it has gotten personal. It has, Ron Burgundy said, escalated quickly.
All right? No. You good? All right. Let's go.
Josh Burns on the left, the one-time sparring partner of Vladimir Klitschko. Golden Gloves champion. 0-5 in the Bellator cage. And as impressive as his performance has been compared to the last ones, he still needs a finish to avoid 0-6.
He does. It's been that inability to initiate. He's been allowing Wren to pick him apart at range and control the tie-ups. It's the advantage of being a taller fighter. You don't have to do much to get that tie plumb and throw knees. Wren has been taking advantage of his height, of his build in the clinch. Burns now with the body lock. Going for the outside trip, not able to get it. So in the beginning, the graphic there, Justin Wren, Greco-Roman national champion. This is pure Greco-Roman positioning here. Everything above the waist.
Wren has only gone the distance twice in 15 pro fights.
Let go of the cage. Let go of the cage.
First time inside the cage in 5 years. After he changed his life and changed the life of so many others.
Nice elbow. Short shot right on the eye. Again, pull him down for the knee.
And Burns turns away. Strong overhand right. There were very few that thought this had a chance to go all 15.
Wren now has to be asking himself, how many times do I have to hit this guy in the head to drop him? Josh Burns just doesn't have a neck. Take a shot.
But he's got a chin.
Certainly does. That lack of conditioning just lets Wren move around him at will. Nice right hand. Josh Burns not having the speed, not having the gas left in the tank to counterpunch effectively. Another good right. Burns will try to finish strong. Good left hook.
In the final seconds, now it's Wren who has to hold on. Has to for the first time. 5 years away from the cage, and Justin Wren's return is memorable. It goes the distance. And an impressive and entertaining performance. We'll go to the cards and find out if the return of the Big Pygmy is successful. Justin Wren and Josh Burns go the distance. Who'd have thunk it? Let's check out our Black Card Premium Spiced Rum replay. A bold 93 proof rum that's edgy to the core.
The second round, I went 10-9. You could have gone 10-8 because of this. The clinch work up against the fence. Knees to the head, knees to the body. Dominant performance by Justin Wren from the tie clinch. Beautiful stuff. Hard head for that man, Josh Burns.
Look at those total strikes. So many of them coming in round number 2. We go upstairs for the final word from Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your judges' scorecards at cage side. Judge Chris Crail sees the fight 30-27, while judges Ron McCarthy and Michael Bell both score the fight the same at 30-26, all for the winner by unanimous decision, Mabuti Mungbo, Justin, the Big Pygmy, Wren.
Winner Justin Wren. My first question, 5 years off, how did it feel getting back in the cage?
Oh man, I think I couldn't have planned or prepared for the adrenaline dump. 5 years off, yeah, there's a lot of ring rust and I felt it, but we didn't go to the ground at all. That was a surprise to me. His wrestling was good, he was slick. So it was good. It was great.
My second question for you. Were you as surprised as we were? The amount of shots you gave Burns. He stayed on his feet, stayed in that fight, ton of damage. Guy's got concrete in his head.
Yeah, he does. He had cuts over both of his eyes, and I really landed some knees that were solid. My knee's swollen from hitting his head. So yeah, he could take a shot, that's for sure. I'm happy with our fight, but also I'm disappointed in my performance. But I'm also very happy at the exposure and everything else that was gained for my Pygmy family.
What does this mean for your family back in the Congo? What does this victory mean for them?
Well, if I could say something to him real quick. Jiniyango haiko mzungu. Jiniyango efeosa mabuti mangbo. And nafika hapaku wapinda. Nakupinda sana. Yeah, I'm a goo. And so basically what I'm saying is...
I have no translator for that. You got to help me.
Yeah, I'm here, and my name's not white guy, but well, like a lot of Congo people call me, but my name's Efeosa, meaning the man who loves us, and Mabuti Mangbo, which means the big pygmy. And I'm here because I love you, and you and me, we're brothers. You're my brothers, you're my sisters, I'm your brother. And Amagu is we are one, we are not different.
You heard it. Let's give it up for the big pygmy, Justin Wren, ladies and gentlemen.
A feel-good moment for everyone except the closed captioning operator. A dynamite feel, and dynamite is where we are headed on September 19th. Jimmy will be joined by Scott Coker for all the news next.